Welcome back. It is time now for that 2-minute takeaway on education. Dr. Zywicki, I'm going to start with you. And I know you wanted to talk about, parents and districts really keeping an eye on the ball.
Yes. Parents and school boards and administrators need to come together and keep their eye on the ball right now. And it's really easy to get distracted with, petty differences, politics. They see stuff online or the local Facebook chat group, and they come to Board of Education meetings and they want to talk about, how the superintendent does his hair, or, what was in the latest post, or did the snow day announcement come out 2 minutes late? Where we need to keep our eye on the ball is on independent reading level, most of all. For our regular education students and our special education students. Our current third graders are about to take standardized tests where they were prepared for how to read during the pandemic. Our current ninth graders were sixth graders. So they're going to be taking Algebra 1. So we have some important data coming there. And then we have our 11th and 12th graders, and what are their secondary outcomes and graduations going to look like? So using MTSS and RTI should be the questions parents are asking. What's the universal screening data on my students? And that's what board meetings should be about. Administrators and boards presenting out on what is our plan for the next 2.5 years to get kids back on track as we come out of this pandemic.
All right. And Ashley, I know you wanted to talk about educators and students, being given the time they need.
100%. I think, we didn't extend either the school year or the school day. So the opportunity for both teachers to share planning time and prepare using that data that tells us exactly what each student needs is critically important. I think that's where you get that personalized, responsive instruction or intervention. There's no, set curriculum that's going to serve all kids right now. It's not out there. That's why we need that data to inform it and the time to really use it. And then lastly, in order to do all of these things that I just said, it takes money. Teachers deserve more money. Parents might need money to supplement programming that their school wasn't able to implement yet. More investments like an ARP, an ESSER, 4 and 5, they should be coming down the pike because, that's what's going to help us close these learning gaps faster.
And Rob, do you think that we're going to see students up to standard by 2025? When do you think that's really going to happen?
I hope. I hope that we see a return on some of the investments. Unfortunately, I do think there are going to be gaps that we just haven't had the staff to address. And that's why this, the data that we're getting now is going to be so important to make the case to our communities. We need a greater reinvestment, and we got to support our teachers. We are losing so many teachers. There aren't enough teachers in the pipeline. And we need specialty teachers, special education teachers, reading specialists, and academic interventionists. And we're just not seeing those in the pipeline. And that is a national economic issue. And frankly, it's a national security issue. And so we need investment in those areas for teachers.
Ashley, are you hopeful? Do you think 2025 is the year that we're back on track?
We got to put a stake in the ground, right? We need to work hard and try to get there. I think for all the reasons Rob was just saying, economically for our students and their potential in their future, but also just as a country, right? Like we will continue to yield that impact until we get there.
Thank you both so much for your time and getting to so many great topics. I always enjoy our conversations.